Michael Gove has apologized unreservedly after making a joke about Harvey Weinstein on BBC Radio 4's Today program. The Environment Secretary compared being interviewed by presenter John Humphreys with going into Harvey Weinstein's bedroom. He added, "You just hope you emerge with your dignity intact." Mr. Gove faced a backlash, including from fellow MPs, before tweeting it had been a clumsy attempt at humor. He added, "It wasn't appropriate. I am sorry and apologize unreservedly. Apologies for my clumsy attempt at humor on R4 Today this morning. It wasn't appropriate. I'm sorry and apologize unreservedly." End of Twitter post by @Michael Gove. Weinstein has been accused of rape, sexual assault and harassment by a number of actresses and employees, with many of the incidents alleged to have taken place in hotel rooms. He insists any sexual relations he had were consensual. Mr. Gove's apology comes after he was widely criticized for the comments, with Labour MP Jess Phillips saying the remarks were undignified and Lib Dem's Jo Swinson accusing him of trivializing sexual assault. Michael Gove just left the studio without his dignity. End of Twitter post by @Jess Phillips. No, @Michael Gove, it's not like that. I have never once feared for my personal safety in a media studio. Don't trivialize sexual assault. T.co web link. End of Twitter post by @Jo Swinson. Mr. Gove and former Labour leader Neil Kinnock were being interviewed at 8:10 BST, a slot usually reserved for the most important political guests of the day. In a twist to the usual format, he and Mr. Kinnock were asked what they thought of the show and its interviewers. Mr. Gove said, "Sometimes, I think coming into the studio with you, John, is a bit like going into Harvey Weinstein's bedroom." As some laughter and applause was heard from the audience at Wigmore Hall in central London, Mr. Kinnock added, "John goes way past groping." Mr. Gove then said, "You just hope you emerge with your dignity intact. Women being abused and raped is not a laughing matter. And it doesn't make us humorless to say so." T.co web link. End of Twitter post by @Nicola Sturgeon. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said such issues were not a laughing matter, and Labour MP Stella Creasy referred to similar jokes made by chat show host James Corden, describing them as crass. A journalist in the audience for the recording, to mark the Today programme's 60th anniversary, also said that despite the fact some people laughed, others had a look of disgust. While there was laughter in Today audience after Michael Gove's comment, others around me sat blank-faced or with a look of disgust. End of Twitter post by @GrahamRuddock. Mr. Humphreys had started the segment saying that politicians invited on the show can be, inadvertently, made to look silly or contemptible in some way. Following his Weinstein remarks, Mr. Gove went on to say, "The broader point is that you can make a fool of yourself." The comments come on the day Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn is to talk about the issue of abuse, saying MPs who abuse or sexually harass women must be held to account. Downing Street has described allegations of sexual harassment in politics as deeply concerning.